Good morning everyone. Myself Dr. Amit, reader, Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Today in this video lecture series we are discussing treatment of odontogenic cysts. So basically the cyst of oral cavity or cyst of jaw bones can be mainly treated by these two methods that are called as marsupialization and enucleation. Marsupialization is further divided into three types: parts 1, parts 2, that is combination of marsupialization and enucleation, and last is marsupialization into nose or antrum. Enucleation is the complete treatment. It is can be associated with packing, it can be associated with primary closure, it can be associated with adjoining reconstructive procedures. So coming to the first method, that is marsupialization, also called as pars 1 or cystotomy. In this basically we create a marsupial, means a pouch. We create a pouch of the cyst cavity and make it a part of the oral environment or adjacent native or natural cavities like antrum. So we create a surgical window in the cystic wall to relieve the intracystic pressure or tension, and we evacuate the cystic content. So basically this method does what? Decompression. Like in this diagram you can see there is an odontogenic cyst associated with the tooth structure. We just simply created a window. This can be done at two places, either at root piece at the oral cavity or above into the nose or antrum. So basically it is useful in young children where developing tooth buds are present, or in elderly or debilitated patients where major surgical procedures are not advisable, when proximity to the vital structure, where teeth are in the eruption phase, in excessively large cyst where chances of bone fracture are high, to preserve the vitality of adjacent teeth. So the advantage of this method is it is a simple procedure, it spares vital structure, it reduces the operating time and blood loss, no risk of creating any fistula or any pathological fractures. It allows natural healing, it allows natural eruption of the teeth, it helps in the natural bone formation. But the disadvantage is we are not removing the cystic pathology completely, we are leaving it behind for nature to heal it with time. So there might be higher chances of recurrence associated with the marsupialization, or sometimes there might be need of secondary surgery to remove completely or the left behind lining. So to overcome this disadvantages, the pars 2 method came into existence. That is, initially the large cyst treated by cystotomy, we may give it some time to heal. It may we shrink the cyst size, and when it becomes small enough to close primarily, we enucleate it and close it. By this method we reduces the treatment time associated with marsupialization. So in this photo you can see there is a large cyst in the mandibular posterior region, which was operated simply by opening it in the oral cavity, and the area is filled with a whitehead varnish soaked gauze piece to prevent infection in due course of the time. So the aftercare is that maintenance of cystic cavity. Instruct the patient to clean and irrigate the cavity regularly with mouthwashes or rinses. Use of plugs to prevent contamination or by the food particles. Plug should be stable, retentive and safe in the design. Cavity may or may not be obliterated totally. One more example where the cyst is healed completely with natural bone formation without any extensive procedure. So to over decompression followed by enucleation is called as pars 2 method or Waldron's procedure, where bone has covered the adjacent vital structures, adequate bone fills, then prevents fracture during enucleation. When patient finds it difficult to clean the cavity, we can reduce the time treatment associated with pars 1. Advantages are same, but additional advantages is it reduces the time period that is associated with marsupialization. Nasopharyngeal airway can be used for decompression procedures. Marsupialization can also be done, as I said earlier, by opening the cystic cavity into the adjacent naturally occurring empty spaces like nose or antrum. In these cases, there will be no unnatural opening in the oral cavity, so the contamination part will not be there. The cyst will heal silently inside. So basically that the cyst remains closed intraorally. Another example of marsupialization. The next treatment modality is enucleation or cystectomy. In this, we remove complete cyst lining, allow cyst cavity to be covered by mucoperiosteal flap. Space is filled with blood clot that is later organized and form the natural bone. Indication when the size of cyst is small and operable in a single shot. When the cyst is not proximity to the vital structures. Advantages: primary closure of wound is possible. There will be rapid healing. No routine maintenance required from the patient side. Disadvantages: direct observation of the cavity during healing is not possible. Unerupted teeth will be removed with the lesion. Removal of large cyst can cause pathological fracture of the mandible, damage to the adjacent vital structure like inferior alveolar nerve, adjacent developing root buds or pulp damage to the adjacent teeth will always be there. So the treatment part is simple. We reflect a mucoperiosteal flap, we remove the cyst lining completely and close the flap back in its position and left the bony cavity to heal on its own with due course of time. Clinical example where cyst in the maxilla is present, we exposed it through mucoperiosteal flap with the clavicular and releasing incision. We remove the bony lining present over the cyst lining by a burr. We create a window to reach to the cyst lining and we remove the cyst lining completely, clean and irrigate the cavity and suture it back. Another example in mandible, same way. Add-on procedure which can be done along with enucleation is enucleation with curettage or scraping of the bone, so that chances of any left behind remnants of lining should not be there. Peripheral ostectomy, we can remove further few millimeters of the bone using the round burr inside the bony cavity where we have removed the cyst. These all procedures are basically to avoid chances of any left behind remnants of cyst lining, so that to avoid the chances of recurrence of the cyst. Chemical cauterization, by using Carnoy's solution we can devitalize the remaining cyst lining if there any. Cryosurgery units can be used for this purpose, or in a severe cases or highly recurrent lesions, resection can also be planned. So Carnoy's solution is basically used in the chemical cauterization. Nowadays the debate is there to use or not, because it contains chloroform, which is slightly proven carcinogenic, so that the use is nowadays not rational. So this was our topic for today, that is cyst treatment. Thank you from my side.